Hi guys, so I decided to do a little video about breakouts because we all get them, and of course it's on the days where you have to look good. So I'm going to try to give you some options about covering up your breakout as well as how to solve the issue. Through my research, I've never personally had many skin problems except for the occasional blemish here and there. And just recently it's gotten pretty bad. And so I Googled it and I've kind of done some research and I'll share some of these tricks and tips with you. And I'll post below kind of more information about each one, but I'm going to just casually go over them in this video. So to start off, jump right into it. One of the main things that I've read and I've come up with in a lot of my search results is to take evening primrose pills. So these are little capsules, and pretty much it's just a really good source of omega-6 fatty acid, which that's involved in your metabolism, and it's also extracted from primrose seeds, and that's a very gentle oil, and that's great for your skin, and it's great for dry skin. It really nourishes those spots that are really hard on your skin and what's breaking out and all of that. Also, it brings some blood flow to your face too, which is great for tired eyes, tired looking skin, all of that. So, evening primrose is a great thing. You take one soft gel 1 to 2 times a day with a meal. So, also the brand, I'll put this all below, but I use Jarrow. So, that's a good thing. So, that's step one. Step two is always wash your face. So you always want to get the makeup off of your skin at night. Girls, when we stack on this makeup, it only clogs our pores. So we want to make sure to remove all of that. And one good thing that I've come up with my research, a good brand of stuff, Cetaphil. So this is just over the counter and it's Derma Control and it's oil control foam wash. So it's foamy and it's formulated for acne prone skin. So that is this, and I know it's backwards, but I'll put it down there below so you can kind of take a look at that. So always wash your face. Then it's just as important after you wash your face that really dries out your skin. And with acne and breakouts and all of that, believe it or not, it is good not to just dry it out, but you need to replenish it with a good lotion after, or else you'll just break out more. So I personally use Aveeno, and I'm sure another great brand to use would be Cetaphil over the counter, but I use Aveeno because it has SPF 30, and we all know we don't want to get wrinkles or age spots, so SPF is always great, and I use that after every face wash and all of that. And then I have a couple other different makeup things that I'll show you just to cover it up for the time being, but we do want to get rid of it eventually. So what I've been using lately, and I actually really love it, is MAC. So this is face and body foundation, and I went to the lady because I've used MAC for years. I went to the lady and I was like, help me, my face is drying out, and I know it's a change of the weather and all of that too, but it's just a combination of trying to get rid of this and drying out my skin and all of that. So this is MAC Face and Body Foundation, and mine is N2. That's my coloring. Another good thing is MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. So I know it's backwards, and I'll put all this down there, but this stuff is great because for things like this and days where you really have to be spot on with your face, whether you're going to work, a dance, whatever, this is great stuff because it'll really cover up those blemishes. And this makeup isn't heavy, and that's why I like it, and I think that's why it's good for my skin. I just recently started using this, but I love it. You always want to have your brushes for application. So I have all these different brushes. Another thing that I put on top of the makeup is blot powder, and that's MAC as well. I use medium, and so you're going to want to, and I'll show you this later, but you're going to want to put this on over your foundation as well as your concealer. So you'll put that on at the end. It's just a little, there's not much coloring to it. It's just to kind of hold all the liquid in place. And then I have medium deep mineralized MAC bronzer, so I don't look like a ghost. And I also have MAC Rosy Outlook, and it's Pro Longwear Blush. So I'll show you what I do with all of this, but those are my products, and I'll put that all below. So to kind of get started, I already washed my face with the Cetaphil, and now I need to put my lotion on. You want to make sure that your face, like I mentioned before, is very well hydrated. And with this kind of stuff, there are some lotions that are meant for your eyes. This is not one of those because it does have sunscreen, and the eye skin right here is very sensitive, and it does, your skin, what you put on your skin spreads, so you don't want this to spread into your eyes. So I just kind of put it all around. That's that. And it also makes my face, does make it get a little bit red, but we're going to cover that up, so that's good. So I just put my lotion on. What I'm going to start out with, I always shake it, is, like I mentioned, my MAC Face and Body Foundation. And I'm going to take my brush. They say that your fingers are your best tools to put your makeup on, but when you're having some skin breakouts and all that stuff, I like to stick to brushes, and you want to keep your brushes clean too. So I just put a little bit on there, and I start kind of on the spots that are the worst, just to make sure that those get full coverage. And I've been trying not to put too much on because I want my skin to be able to breathe throughout the day. But thankfully, this MAC makeup is long wear, so it'll last you through your work days and all of that. So just apply it all over your face. And as you can see, it really isn't full coverage, and that's where I'm gonna step in with the concealer. So make sure it's spread around, because nobody wants to be that person that has a big line of orange makeup on the side of their face. I always get down under my chin and neck. I want to make sure you can see this. And I already have my eye makeup on from today. So as you can see, I didn't put that much on. I just put enough on that it'll make a little sheer coat so that it makes my color even all over my skin. So next, what I'm going to do is take my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. And this is my best friend when I have the worst breakouts. So I just put a tiny one little pump of that on my brush, and I put it right over the areas that are bad. And this stuff really is the best. I've tried lots of concealers, and some of them I feel like turn out to be too clay-like. And so that's why this one's great, because it's more of a liquid, so it doesn't get sticky. It's like an additional heavier foundation, but you aren't putting it all over your face. So, especially for the females, there's, not that guys usually are putting on makeup, but if you are, hey, you can follow this trick too. But you get red more around your nose and your lip area and your chin. So you want to make sure that you cover that area as well, so throughout the day you don't break out with your redness right there. And then also keep just kind of putting it on your problem areas. So I kind of just do a little dab. I just go like this, and I don't really try to rub it around too much, but I want to make sure that it does blend in. So I put that over my spots, just like this. And the great thing about this makeup is it really doesn't dry out your face. It kind of hugs to your skin and seems to sink in. So it's not dry, because when you have dry flakes on your skin after you apply your makeup, it just ends up looking awful. And sometimes concealer, you can also put that under your eyes. I didn't do that, but I'm not tired right now, thankfully. 3 coffees in today. So I just put on my foundation, my concealer. And if you want more coverage, obviously you can put it on a little bit thicker, but as you can see, it definitely kind of helped a little bit. Another amazing tool that I figured out is this little guy. I'm sure you've seen these around, but it's just a little sponge. They're super cheap. You can get them at anywhere, really, CVS, Walmart, whatever. And it's really great because you blend it in. So nobody wants to have that line of makeup because that just ruins your whole look. So you want to make sure that you're all blended in around, as well as if you have any extra concealer that's kind of piled up, definitely rub that in as well. And this just helps even out everything. It's really an amazing tool. I wish I invented it. So that's that. We have our kind of clean palette. And so then I move on to the medium blot powder, and this is pressed. It's MAC. It comes with one of these sponges. I usually don't use these. I just feel like it doesn't give full coverage evenly. So I use a brush like this. It's a little bigger. And I just kind of blot. I just put a tiny light little thing because when you're putting on your makeup, you want to make sure that you put on the liquids and then you want to put on your powder to lock it all in. So powder kind of works as a sealant. So I just apply that all over. This also evens out all your coloring and skin tone as well. So then, because I don't want to look like a ghost, and it is summertime, it's starting to be summertime, so you want to look a little bit more bronzy, I have the Mineralized Skin Finish Natural MAC. It's medium deep, so here's that. You can see it. And I take this brush. It's a little more blunt, but I can get more of a line, because when you're going to bronze yourself, you want to go with your cheekbone. So you want to make that fish face, kind of. And right here is where you're going to want to apply. Everybody wants to have that contouring face. Look at the difference already on this cheek and this one. Really adds a good definition, some good definition and good angles to your face. Now for bronze, you're really supposed to go over your whole line. So you want to hit right here, your hairline, your temples, under your cheekbone, and then you want to go under your neck here. So it'll make everything more defined. So all the tricks that girls use. Okay, and then another thing, if you want to make your nose look thinner and longer, you want to take this brush, and I usually kind of go like this. I squish it with my 2 fingers, and I go on my thing and go on the sides of my nose. Now, if it's not blending well, you can use that little tool that I showed you. See, like this line, I don't want that. So use this little guy. I'm going to blend it up into your hairline so the product gets everywhere and you don't have a line. Perfect. And then one of the last things I do just to finish my look, and I know this is kind of a little skin tutorial, but it's if you're in a hurry and you really want to cover these spots up, I use MAC Fix. It's a finishing spray, so it kind of holds it all in. So the lady told me you want to keep it at this angle, kind of down, so it'll spray on your face and just not get too crazy. So I do one up above and then one kind of down. And then before you know it, voila, that's going to dry. It gets a little wet, but that's just locking in. So just don't touch your face while it's drying. And then before you know it, you're good. Your zits are covered. And if you want more coverage, you can definitely cover this up and go crazy with this concealer because some days it's worse than others. So I'll put a little bit more information down below about things you can do to try to fix your skin. And kind of a little bit more about these products. But if you have any questions, please leave a comment below for me, and I'll see if I can kind of answer and we can talk about this and learn from one another. So for all you ladies out there or guys, it is normal to get acne, type of acne and breakouts and all of that in your 20s, even if you've never had skin problems before. That's what's kind of going on with me right now. And at any dermatologist that I've seen or anything I've read, they said it's normal because your hormones are just kind of changing. So just cover it up with makeup until we can fix this. Girls are lucky because we can cover it. So if you have any questions, definitely ask me and we can try to learn about this together. Thanks, guys.